episode of the Food Blogger's Kitchen. It's officially like November, and I'm super excited to start bringing you guys Thanksgiving recipes. And this is one of them that, like, you know, my family, I make it for my family a lot during the Thanksgiving time, and I really kind of like got the ingredients and stuff together, which was kind of hard because we don't really measure when it comes to stuff like this. But without further ado, I'm going to show you how to make my sweet potato casserole. Let's go to these and get started. A few different mixtures here. This is like for the sweet potatoes. So I have some sweet potatoes already boiled and peeled. And in this bowl, I have some sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and salt, and lemon zest. And I have some vanilla extract right here, some honey, egg yolks, and I have some high quality maple syrup, and that's one mixture. And then over here, I have some lemon juice, orange juice. This is for like the egg whites. I'm gonna whip them up later. And then for like the toppings, I have some pecans, some marshmallows, and then some homemade caramel that I do myself. I can use store-bought. And I have some corn syrup and butter. This is all going to go inside of our syrup here. If you come over here, this is a lot of ingredients, but trust me, it's just cinnamon, sugar, and some brown sugar. So it's kind of like the same as the sweet potato mixture, but we make it like this because I love the syrup for some reason. It's just like, it makes it very kind of like caramelly and just wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my butter in here. And then I'm going to pour in my orange juice and lemon juice. The lemon juice is freshly squeezed, but I use the simply orange juice from the store. So, but you can definitely use freshly squeezed here. It is the same thing, you know. It's really good. So either way, this is how we make it. But like I said before, it's kind of this recipe, kind of like putting it together. It was kind of hard for me to measure because I don't measure. Like, I mean, I kind of remember the measuring cups that I did use, but other than that, it's kind of like, it's not really measuring in my head. I don't really calculate it and stuff like that, but from what I remembered, I could get it. But like I said, this is homemade caramel. I do have a recipe on my website, and you can check it out. It's so good, it never fails. My mama, she's my biggest fan when it comes to my caramel, and trust me, I have some good recipes coming pretty soon, especially around the Christmas time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on a medium heat. And I'm just going to wash this until it gets like nice and bubbly. And I'm going to just continually stir it. Make sure that none of the sugar burns. Make sure that it's all like, come here. Make sure that all the liquid and stuff is nice and like coated in the sugar. You know, you don't want to have anything like dry bits of sugar. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to clean up real quick, and I'll come back and show the next step. While you're away, I add a little bit of honey into here. I want to put some in the little sweet potato mixture as well, but first I want to go ahead and whip up my egg whites just until they get like nicely stiff peaks. Till they get to like nice and stiff peaks, and then I'm gonna set that aside, and then we'll start working on our sweet potato mixture. All right, guys. So they're nice and thick, just like I like them. Okay, just put a little bit longer. Okay. And I had it on high speed, so look, you can tell it's really nice and thick. Yep. See? Do you like that? That's how you know. That's how you know it's ready to go. So I know you think I'm probably crazy, but that's how I know that it's done. So, and also what I want to tell you guys is that I'm going to be serving this out of my let's say cast iron. What is it called? My Dutch oven, because I love the presentation. I just love it for like the aesthetic. That's why I'm doing it. And if you come here real quickly, my sauce is still cooking. I have it on medium heat. I might turn it to medium high heat. What you want to do, you want this to kind of thicken up a little bit. So, and I don't add any like cornstarch or flour or anything like that. It's the caramel and the the corn syrup that really helps it thicken up. So really just like let it take its time. Just turn it to about medium high heat and let it keep going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put my sweet potatoes into a bowl. I think I made like a little video on how I made these. I'll show you like a little clip. It's really easy. It's really simple. You'll see that right here. so it's nice. I went ahead and mashed these up. I hope that was like a pretty cool like little tutorial on how to make it. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add in my maple syrup. I have my maple syrup over here. Like I said, we don't really measure, so it's kind of like it's really just by like taste and feel. I mean, it's like I said, quite a bit. So I kind of just go by taste and what I think. But this is not traditional by any means. Probably the caramel, really probably just like you're like, whoa, what you doing there? But I'm telling you, it really works. Don't knock it till you try it. That's all I have to say. It's so good. All right. So now I have all that mixed up. You don't have to mix it up if you don't want to, because it's all going in the same place. So put that in there. I have my biggest bowl, my biggest glass bowl here, and it's still not big enough, it seems like. So I'm going to mix this up really nicely, and then I'm going to add in my egg yolks. Okay, so that caramel is wonderful, the sauce, if you will. You don't want it to be like a caramel, like thick like a caramel, because you don't want to burn it. But what you do want to do is like from like the first time you start, and then until this point, it has gotten like a little bit thicker. So that's what you want, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I already added my egg yolks stuff in. Okay, so you know, this is like kind of like a rendition of my parents' recipe. They did stew like I just like the straight sweet potatoes, but I like doing the let's see, casserole. I like doing the souffle because it's just something extra, you know. And please, for the sake of Jordan, please do not skip out on the lemon juice and not orange juice. It just brings it over the top. Gives it like a really kind of like citrusy. Well, it is citrus, but it gives it like a citrusy taste to it, and you really need that. Okay, so please don't skip it. I'm gonna open this up because apparently it's not open yet, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna put a few teaspoons in here. 1 cap is a teaspoon, so I'm gonna put 3 teaspoons in here. Because I mean, if you can't tell this is like really like something special, then ooh, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is very carefully. I'm going to put on my beaters back on. So just give me a second, okay? Okay, guys, I have my beaters on. Can y'all tell I love y'all? I want to make sure everything's perfect for you guys. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of how we call it, maple syrup in there. We were just talking about it, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's about 6 teaspoons, okay? So I'm going to whisk this up just a little bit, not too much. It's fine. It'll be okay. Just like that. And then as we are mixing, I'm going to carefully pour in my caramel syrup as I stir. Okay. So I'll just show you before you go. It smells so good. I love the lemon in there. So just pour a little bit in there, just so I can be safe, and just stir like that. But while you're gone, I'm gonna be a little bit of I'm gonna be dauntless and just go for it. Okay, so so just mix this in until it's all the way incorporated, and then we'll add in our egg whites. Okay, guys, so everything is nice and mixed in, all the egg yolks and then that nice syrup and stuff. Now I'm gonna pour in a little bit of these egg whites in here, just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna fold these in, just soft as I can, as gentle as I can. I'm going to introduce you guys to someone who never met before. This is, this is his first time here on the scene. This is Bill. Come on, good. This is Bill. This is my Dutch oven. He never fails me. He's always searing real good. Yeah, that's him. So, so I'm going to go ahead and fold this in, fold the last half in, so it's nice and mixed in. Make sure you just take your time. You don't want to deflate that and just ruin all your hard work. So I'm just gonna use my cup measure, and I'm not gonna put all of this inside of good old Bill here. I want to put some in another like ceramic, like cast iron, pretty much baking dish. And you might see it in the thumbnail, might not, but Bill is gonna be really aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna put some in here. If you get close, you can come in here and see what I'm doing. Just gonna kind of fill it up real good, and I might take a big portion of it, but you just want to get it in there just so you can have enough. But you can go almost about halfway, because it will puff up just slightly, not too much. But guys, I'm telling you, like I said, this may not be traditional, but it works. It's so good, and it's never failed me. So And then I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven with the lid on top of it for about 30 minutes. And then once it's like nice and set, you know, it might take a little bit longer than that, but once it's set, I'm going to take the lid off. And I'm going to put the marshmallows and pecans on and put it in there just until like the marshmallows are nice and brown. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, look at that. See that steam? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my marshmallows on top. Come here, one more time. You see, look, when you shake it, it has like a little like wobbliness to it, but that's fine. You want it to kind of have that give, but it did puff up a little bit, so it's perfect. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sprinkle over my pecans because I don't want them to burn on the top, so just kind of sprinkle them around first. And I made 2 because not everybody likes the pecans on there. I think my mom and my sister and I do, but not everybody does. So I made 2 just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, for the holidays, you want to be very versatile. So make sure you don't. Make sure you make something that everybody likes, okay? So I'm going to put my marshmallows in, kind of like in like a big circle. I want to go all the way around. If you want to just throw them in there, you can, but I like to be kind of, you know, aesthetic and perfect if you haven't told by now. So I'm going to go all the way around and I'll show you the next step. Okay, the last one, and I don't think I told you guys, but I told you at the beginning to start at like 30 minutes, but it might take a little bit longer. So it took almost like 55 minutes, almost to an hour to like let it set. But I think it just depends on how much you put in your baking dish. So start at the 30-minute mark and then just go from there. So I want to go ahead and put these in the oven at 350. I think I told you guys the degrees anyway. I'm just messing up. I'm just excited for this, okay, if you can't tell. So I'm going to put this in the oven until they get like nice and brown, and then I'll show you when you get done. Oh my gosh, guys, look. You see how nice and brown? These are a little bit more brown, but ooh. And I popped up just like a little bit more in the middle too. And go ahead. Ooh, you hear that? Nice and crisp. Ooh, woo. Yes. This can be my serving for dinner. I'm gonna get a second help, I promise. Come here, get close. Come here. Look at this. Look how nice, and then like the pecans right there. Ooh. Like I said, these are very optional, but I'm telling you, it just really helps you. It helps your spirit. Just trying to tell you. It's hot, really hot. So give me a second. Yeah. No. It's a spirit. Come here. Close. This is like, you see all that spirit in there? You see all that? Look at that. My mama right there, she's like, guys, look, it's so good, guys. I'm telling you. And I love this season because you can get real big and you get to worry about working out. I mean, you probably should, but, you know, don't worry about working out. Just please go to my website right now and get this recipe. Try it. Everything, all my links and stuff are below. And I'll see you guys next time. Love you.